I overheard your conversation. These people do not convince easily. No matter. We feared it would come to this. Listen to me. There's something you must do. You must kill them. All of them. Spare no one.
What?
The Duke foreknew this outcome. These are his orders.
But why this? If you know even one reason, I would hear it.
Because his grace demands it.
If the people of Balmamusa rise up as we ask, well and good. But the words of these children will not be enough to move them to take up arms. When they refuse, you are to kill them under guise of Galgastani agents. Leave no survivors.
You can't be serious. You order us to kill our own.
Come, Leonar. You've a good head on your shoulders. Consider our situation. If we are to defeat Galgastan, the Walister must unite as never before. If it appears the Galgastani destroyed Balmamusa, our people in the remaining camps will rally to our banner.
But, Your Grace...
Nor will opposition in the Galgastani ranks remain unmoved by such outrage. Balbatos will be beset by foes without and within. We will finally have both the opportunity and the moral imperative to rid the world of the creature.
Denam and the others will not do this quietly.
You will see to that as well, when the time comes.
You are with me then. It is the only way. The future of our people depends on it.
Welcome to Tran Wins Tactics Ogre Reborn. In this playthrough, we will now pick number 1, also known as the Law route.
I see what must be done. I will bloody my hands.
Do not worry. We will not let their sacrifice be in vain.
Denam, are you mad? You're going to go along with this?
The Duke gave such an order, Leonar. And you would carry it out?
Open your eyes. We cannot win if we are unwilling to dirty our hands.
Ours is to follow orders. I swore an oath before the Duke, before the realm.
Listen to you. If I close my eyes, I think I spoke with the Galgastani.
The Duke would sacrifice these people as a piece in some great game. Our Lord has betrayed us all. To think I was willing to give my life for such a man. What a fool I was.
Then you stand apart, Vice. You will not join us?
Damn right! These people have done nothing. Where the justice in killing them?
I did not think you want to abdicate duty, Ravness. To break faith with Lord and Realm.
I break no faith. I renounce the Duke. I renounce you all!
I always thought to find you at my side the day the Walister won their freedom. But if men of our own blood would stand against us, why should I expect more of you?
Am I not Walister?
Walister descended from Galgastani stock. But the fault is mine. I should not have placed such faith in one of mingled blood.
How dare you!
Every victory comes at a price. Can't you see that? People are dullwits. The sacrifice must be great to wake them from their languor.
And you, Kashua, will you follow in this madness?
I will ever stand with Denam.
From this day, you and I are enemies.
kill them all! No Walister leaves this place alive!
Galgastani reinforcements. Deal with them. Leave the townsfolk to me.
%100% accuracy. Debuff an enemy. We're going to take control of this battle because we don't want to kill NPC here.
I hoped more from you, Denam. A man who places ends before means treads a dangerous path. The shame is mine for daring to hope. On my honor, you are my foe, Denam!
I just can't believe you're of Galgastani descent.
You feel yourself betrayed? You'd heed blood over word and action. Can the light of deed not pierce the shadow of one's birth? I believe it can. I will not believe otherwise.
Alright, the victory condition says defeat all enemies. She's not technically an enemy. You notice that her radius is green, so she's, we'll call it a neutral combatant, though she is antagonistic to both forces, meaning that these guys will attack her as well. This is our actual enemy. If she dies here, that's it for Ravness. On this path, which is called the Law Path, if we manage to keep her alive, later in the game she may be able to join us if we pick the corresponding options. I forgot to unequip Kashua, so if this first take doesn't work out, then I will do that in the following run. For the next several battles, we're bringing Canopus and Donato along with us, because they do have some dialogue. Additionally, Donato is lawful, and I don't like the loyalty system in the game. I know some people believe that whatever the game maker does must be golden, was 100% perfect, and I'm an idiot for talking bad about it. But here's the thing. Because Donato is lawful, he actually loses 10 points of loyalty for you, for not killing the Balmamusa. That means that Donato, his loyalty goes up for slaughtering the Balmamusans. Even though his dialogue reflects otherwise. When Denam is fighting the Bakram, his loyalty goes down. You might say that's because he's conflicted, but not everything always goes in that way. For example, Canopus, he's lawful. Apparently he loves killing the Balmamusans as well. Ravness, she's lawful. Yeah, she's not happy about this. So the loyalty system is just broken. It really is. It's not a particular problem, it's just something I think the game could have done without.
Now, her blood's not mixed of her own doing, boy. I myself am not of the common race, though I can't say as I've met misfortune on that account.
Just luck, perhaps.
I hadn't considered that. But there's time for considering later. We've more pressing matters.
This will be our first playthrough as a lord as well. Denam will now have the best of everything.
Lower your blade, Ravness. What reason could any of us have to quarrel amongst ourselves?
I would have your reasons, if you've any worth repeating. You'd give your blessing to this sacrilege. Or have you chosen to turn your back on the light? On the very teachings of the Great Father? Is revenge your calling now, Abuna? The blood of your sworn enemy flows in my veins. Why not slay me too?
Didn't mean to hurt my undead, but it's alright. Maybe it'll give Ravness someone to target. How much damage would that do? 92? That's reasonable. I don't want to take too long thinking of any commands, because this battle isn't too serious as far as power goes. Although our characters are stat-wise very similar to them. For example, 57's here, 65 here. So our stats are similar, but our weapons are maybe mildly better. Let's take a look, actually. He's got a sword, a rapier, 55 damage, and our sword, which has been leveled down, is 64 damage. So there's a 9-point damage difference. That's a 1/5 increase right there. So we do have an advantage, but not enough to make it where like I could just brain dead this and not worry about it. Except for the case of Denam. For example, if I was to try to use Shroud to put someone to paralysis, it's still a 0%. That's what you normally get when you're playing. Our spells and skills are not D level, so Wendigo is still something we can cast, even though you wouldn't normally have that at this point of the game. Figured her charm would fade, which is the reason why I didn't go AI mode. I didn't want them to pummel her to death.
If the Great Father does not yet require my soul, then what? Am I to be a shepherd to these youths?
I'll kill you by my own hands, Denam. I swear it!
There is blood on my hands. How long till it lies on my heart?
3 weeks had passed since the massacre at Balmamusa. Consumed with revenge, the Walister took to the battlefield, wresting large swaths of territory from Galgastani control. The Duke's gambit was a success. Yet not all went as the Duke had intended. Though the atrocity galvanized the Walister, those in the Galgastani camp who opposed their own Hierophant Balbatos did not rise to action. Worse, whispers of the truth behind what happened had begun to spread throughout Galgastan on the lips of Vice and his men. Where the Duke had sought to sow discord, a new sense of unity now grew among the Galgastani people. But the stalemate of forces along the Sonji Weald showed no signs of yielding clear victory to either side. Hoping to strike a decisive blow, the Duke pushed towards Balbatos' stronghold at Coritani, a daring, some said reckless, attempt to take the keep. Meanwhile, Denam arrived at the ruins of Balmamusa, with orders to harry the enemy's flank.
Chapter 2. Fear no reproach.
I hear no alarm, sister. I think we made it.
By the look of things, the Galgastani can't have stationed many men here. The fewer we must kill to be done with this business, the better.
You would have me fight such a battle with our numbers? Are you gone mad?
I mislike your tone.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We are more powerful now than ever, I grant you. But let us not forget, we failed to rouse the Galgastani against Balbatos. Our resistance remains far outmatched.
I do not need you to tell me what I know so well.
Then I beg you to reconsider.
Humor your Duke. Hear my plan before you reject it, First, we dispatch a light force to secure Balmamusa, a small town southwest of Coritani. Thence to advance to the Xeod Moors.
You distract them by needling their flank? They will never fall for such a ruse.
Your ears would serve me better than your tongue. I mean to have our young hero lead the band. We will feed sweet lies to their whisperers, that it's no small band, but half our army that marches. a morsel they will find impossible to resist. Nor will they know whether it is from Almorica or Balmamusa that we strike.
And they will believe this tale.
The presence of the hero of Golyat will convince them. Balbatos would not think we place our hero at the head of so few. This will be enough to give Balbatos pause. But he is no fool. He will not commit the entirety of his forces to Balmamusa. No, he will divide his men between the Sonji Weald and the Xeod Moors. The martial advantage is his. Even with his forces split, he will not fear defeat. Yet only this way will we have a true chance at victory.
Perhaps. But if Balbatos does not split his troops, what then?
We must see that he does. There's more. Once our heroes have a foothold in Balmamusa, they will turn their attentions to the port of Asyton to the west. Balbatos will fear an assault, and with his troops mustering in Corytonai, Asyton will be ripe for the taking.
Of course. Without Balmamusa or Asyton, they'll be cut off from the sea.
Is that so great a blow?
In Valeria, the sea is life. Without the bounty of her trade, we wither and die. Doubly so the Galgastani and their landlocked keep at Corytonai. Believe our rumors or no, they must respond. And that means splitting their troops.
Should the gambit fail, we still weaken them by closing their ports.
What becomes of us?
If you sense disadvantage, withdraw swiftly.
So in the end, we still must fight a battle of Galgastan's choosing.
Oh, you fret like an old maid, Leonar. The plan is perfect.
As you say, Your Grace.
We can go ahead and assign AI for this one.
Forward! Leave no Galgastani standing!
The enemy company here is mostly air, so we are fielding mostly ice.
The Xeod Moors are within our grasp. Onward!
New title earned, Butcher of Golyat. What they've been calling me for the past 2 playthroughs, now I finally have that title. Carried out Duke Ronway's chilling plan to slay 5,000 innocents in Balmamusa. I like how during our briefing he's like, there's a town called Balmamusa, just south of Xeod Moors. It's like, dude, we know where that one is. Okay. Denam. Together with Sir Leonar, he took part in the killing of Walister civilians at Balmamusa, hoping to unite his people against the enemy. For his loyalty, he was made a senior officer of the resistance. The enemy call him the Butcher of Golyat, and he is hunted by those who know the truth behind the massacre at Balmamusa. He later broke his ties with the resistance after strongly opposing the massacre of innocent Walister at Balmamusa. His whereabouts are currently unknown. Dame Ravness, it says here, she wanted no part in Duke Ronway's plan for the massacre of Balmamusa. Instead, she confronted Sir Leonar and turned her back on the resistance. This one's an old one, that's why there's no update. But if we go to talk, it should update her. If you click this one, this will open up the Reisan Way. If you don't hit this talk, that location will not be open. And once you reach Quadrigraph Fortress, you will no longer be able to help Ravness. Ravness Luxarian captured. Ravness Luxarian, sought by the resistance for her involvement in the massacre at Balmamusa, has been captured at Port Ashton in the Kingdom of Galgastan. She led resistance forces in a number of past battles and is a bitter enemy of Galgastan. Resistance requests that she be handed over to them, but the Galgastani can't refuse. She is to be escorted to Courtenay Keep, where she faces execution. Right now, let's take a look at... She then fled to Galgastan, but fell into the hands of the Galgastani forces. Alright, let's take a look at the remaining talks. This one is old. It's the same one that appears in each playthrough. This one is new. The massacre of Boy? It is now rumored that Duke Ronway had a hand in the massacre that took place in Balmamusa. Some suggest the killings were a ploy to cause internal strife in Galgastan. Duke denies these rumors. Meanwhile, opponents of the Hierophant Galgastan are still wary of laying the blame for the massacre on Balbatos. Galgastani forces in Asyton. Reports indicate that the Galgastani forces led by Hierophant Balbatos are massing in the Sanji Wheel near Courtenay Keep. The resistance growing in numbers and Galgastani opponents of the war becoming more vocal. It's thought Galgastani forces will make their move soon. A new faction emerging. Curious posters have been cited in Rhyme in recent days. They say simply, the nobility must be overthrown. They are the work of the new Walister alliance, who seek self-governance for their people. Support for this new faction is growing fast among the poorer classes, and authorities seek to unmask its leader. Good with an archer in the battle party, buff card, and accuracy. We'll deploy squad number 2.
Denam of Golyat? I see a rumor in the flesh. Then Balmamusa was no feint after all.
You there. His Eminence must hear of this. Go, now! We must halt their advance as long as we can. Remember, we fight not for ourselves, we fight for Galgastan!
There's quite a bit of dialogue on this one, so we'll need to make sure the AI kills the army before Garba falls.
Only your blood can pay the price for those you've slain.
Then we share a grim cause, but I bear you no malice. It is war makes us enemies. And as enemies, we must fight.
The simple reasoning of youth. I expected more than that.
The hatred I bear for you is anything but young. I carry on the struggle of my father, and his father before him. I am the wrath of the Walister.
I know there's no beast on this map, but Hunter is being brought along because he's an airline dude.
The struggle of your father. That's cause enough to fight. Cause we share. The roots of the conflict between Golgastani and Walister do run deep. But you must look past your hatred to see your true foe. The sins of the father trap the son.
And what of you? Do you not harbor some hurt that drives you to fight?
I'll not deny I do. My twin brother, Orba, you killed him.
I did not know.
Say nothing. There's nothing to say. It was the will of the wheel he die at your hands.
We'll go and take command of Denam to make sure that he does not pop the leader. Okashua still might. Yeah, none of that's helpful, guys. Let me just go and take control of everybody. Because I think there's still more dialogue. I love that. I still do 1 damage with the shuriken. I was trying to hit that.
said only your blood could atone, but I was wrong. We must set aside the wounds we carry if there is to be any true atonement. It is with this knowledge that I fight, but I do not expect you to understand. You are yet young, naive, common.
Not so naive that I am blind to the wounds you carry.
Forgive me. Fault is most difficult to see in oneself. Let me be your mirror, then. So long as there is vengeance in your heart, your victories will turn to ash. But you must know this only too well, Butcher of Golyat.
Alright, I think that's the last of the dialogue, but we'll go and finish off the remaining opponents just to double check. We'll just end our turn and see if he has anything left to say once it is his turn. If not, then we'll immediately turn on AI and dispatch.
If only I had heeded my own advice. It is I was naive. Foolish.
I do not fight for vengeance.
Did you not just say that you were fighting for your father? And on the Chaos playthrough, Denam asks if Ashua wishes to avenge your father. Okay, this is Orba, the dude we fought in Tinamith Hill. His twin brother, Garba, also died battling Denam. Garba, a Galgastan who served his clan in battle. He was the son of renowned architect Selba Brando. His twin brother Orba was slain by Denam at Tinamith. Garba had won fame as a political philosopher, penning works such as The Creed of the Self-Deceit and Failings of Present-Day Doctrine. Though initially an advocate of progressive politics, he took a more nationalistic tone after hearing the words of High Republicans. He stated in one address, "Nothing can assuage the resentment we harbor towards the Walister, and we may know it unjust." The way he calmly vanquished his opponents in argument earned him the name Garba the Silver-Tongue. He was slain by Denam Pavo and the Xeod Moors while marching to engage resistance forces at Balmamusa. Accuracy buff card and debuff. I want some lightning for this one. Since I don't have that many lightning, we're using the remaining deployment slots as water.
The Butcher of Golyat, here? If he means to lay siege to Corinthai from our backs, we dare not leave the keep undefended. You bring word of this to Sir Zabos. Impress upon him the need for reinforcements. Forget the others. It's the boy I want. We'll mount his head on the walls of Corinthai.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is the same character who is in Lausanne Fortress when you attack it after the news article. We'll find out when we get to that. Very good. I'm used to the AI just stubbornly choosing to cast the summon spell to kill one target, when if it would cast the summon spell on multiple targets, it would kill them all, or cast its area spell, it would still kill them all. Basically, I'm used to watching the AI waste its turn in order to cast a summon, which sometimes I just remove its ability so it can't summon. It's still a very good spell, I just wish the AI would focus on doing more damage when it can. It really seems to love trying to finish off an opponent, which definitely makes sense. But there are advantages to just doing tons of damage overall, rather than overkilling a single target.
I thought myself prepared for death, but now I find I'm frightened.
Report. Assuming that we saw this earlier, I will read only the update. She was driven off by resistance forces at the Rhea Boum. This one is an optional area. You can only unlock the Reisan Way if you activate the talk article about Ravness. Otherwise, you are only allowed to go to Port Ashton, which is your objective. Let's take this alternative route. Cleric and HP. We will be taking control of Denam. He's the only one with area spells. I've removed everybody else's area abilities so that we do not hurt Ravness in this fight as we try to rescue her. If you attack her intentionally or not, her combat unit will attack you back, but all dialogue and events will play out the same.
The road to Coritinai is long. Why take her all that way? She is for the gallows at any rate. I say we have done with it here and now.
Orders is orders. Commander Loxeri is to have a proper hearing before a justice is meted out.
And is it not some opposition nobleman that spares her? Why do you suppose they go to such lengths to keep her from harm?
They say there's Galgistani blood in her. Might be that blood is bluer than most, eh?
Then her crime is twofold, for she is a kinslayer besides. I see no Galgistani before me, only a Walister knight.
The Walister name me a Galgistani traitor, while the Galgistani claim I am a Walister knight. Enemy to all and friend to none. The Galgistani can't so much as escort a prisoner without a quarrel. No wonder the country splits in two.
Silence! I'll have a much easier time guarding you if you would guard your tongue. It'll mean more than that if I don't bring you back safe to Coritinai.
Sir Alfred, it's the Walister!
Now's my chance.
What? No!
Is that Ravness?
Damned woman!
She sealed her own fate. We've caused enough to kill her now. Kill Kinslayer and rebels all!
Ravness will engage the opponents, but she is at least equipped with her normal gear, even though she was a prisoner. Yeah, I do need to take control of Denam. Let's take control of Hard. And that should do it. Something to watch out for is that Alfred, he has the finishing move Rending Gale, which will do 200 damage times 2 against Ravness. So when he has enough mana, he'll do 400 damage against her. Because she's not technically a member of your party, certain ally effects will not occur, such as using some of my bard songs on her. However, Renewal, since it affects even enemies, will affect neutrals as well. Denam is using a cursed weapon, but it doesn't have anybody's soul in it. The cursed weapon is lightweight. Most of the damage, of course, comes from his phenomenal stats. You can afford to give him something with no actual combat value. Your AI isn't too interested in healing her either, so that is also something to bear in mind. I can't tell if that's because she's not in your party, which is true, or if the AI just never wants to heal, which is also true. Out of range, isn't it? Oh no, she's in range. And yeah, he's in range too, but I don't think that Renewal is going to help that much. I want to kill him, because there's still lots of dialogue to be had. I generally have lower level spells just for the RT.
If you mean to seize me as a traitor, then do so. Else return to your duties. Tarry here too long, and your master may wonder at your absence.
I have tried both of these, and neither of them will prevent you from recruiting Ravness. There are guides that say you must pick one or the other. Doesn't matter. I can tell you that from my own first-hand experience.
Wherever your loyalties lie, I cannot simply leave you to your fate.
Not words I'd expect from a man with the blood of Balmamusa on his hands, but still only words.
Believe me or not, as you will.
He speaks plain enough. Perhaps the horrors of that day have wrought some change in him. I think I shall see for myself.
There's still a bit more dialogue to be had.
Ravness, they didn't hurt you, did they? When I heard the Galgastani had captured you, I feared the worst.
Abuna Donalto. You speak with such sincerity. I half believe you're worried.
I deserved that. I've not forgotten the way we treated you at Balmamusa. But believe me, I want only to save you.
To save me, you say? Well, I do believe you, actually. Only I wonder, what form this salvation?
I do not think to mend the wound in your heart, but I can help save your life. And where there's life, there is always hope of salvation.
Let's see if we can reach the bow, so I'll just take on 2 and 5. Additionally, once your guys have struck her by accident, and then she strikes back, your AI will actively treat her as an enemy, meaning they will also target her with single target effects. Other than the I'm hurt dialogue and of course the Ravness has died dialogue, I believe we've got everything.
Should have killed her while I had the chance. Ugh.
What do the Galgastani want with her? And she of them?
I suppose I should thank you. Even if you lead me away a traitor, I owe you my life.
Are you a traitor?
She has Galgastani blood in her. Is it any wonder some tie remains?
You speak as though she betrayed the Walister outright, sister.
Only words. Though no doubt there are others who share her thinking. Those who claim that I struck a deal with the Galgastani who are only too willing to embrace one of their own. And there is some kernel of truth to it. I doubt even those Golgastani nobles who do not take so hard a line as Balbatos would have offered me shelter were it not for my blood. But as it is, I am a woman without a country.
I'm sorry.
I had always told myself I was a Walister, and I acted the part as best I could. But this? I am shaken to the core. I no longer know what I am meant to be.
Ravness, come back with us. Warriors of your skill are in short supply. We could use you.
I am cheered to hear you say so, but I can never go back. I cannot forgive the Duke for what he did at Balmamusa, nor the disgrace I suffered there.
I see.
But my gratitude is heartfelt, both for saving my life and for setting me free.
The Duke wants her captured. Can we really just let her go?
Leave it be, sister.
You may find it hard to believe, but I love the Walister. I was born in Almorica, spent my childhood there. It will always be my home. Even now, I do only what I feel best for the Walister people. Farewell, Denam. Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
Are you certain this is the right choice? What if she joins forces with the Galgastani? Should you face her on the battlefield, it will not go easy for you.
If she becomes an enemy for true, I will face her as any Walister soldier would. Do not worry, sister. All will be well. Come, let's be off.
Ravness Luxurian. Though known for her calm demeanor, she stubbornly opposed the use of underhanded tactics. She turned her back on the resistance after opposing the massacre of civilians at Balmamusa. She then fled to Galgastan to be with her mother. But first harbored by nobles opposing the Hierophant, she later fell into the hands of the Galgastani army. She was rescued by Denam while being escorted to Kretnai Keep for trial. He turned down his offer to rejoin the resistance and has not been heard since. Sir Alfred Bolton, a Galgastani who served his clan in battle, a knight in the service of Viscount Sprokane, one of the leading nobles. Known for his cautious manner, the Viscount had adamantly refused to send his knights to the front lines, claiming a need to maintain security within his domain. Still, in times of war, what peace persists is often disturbed. Alfred Bolvard had encountered and defeated bandits many times during his life. When he thought of his friends fighting on the front lines, he could not help but feel his own contributions to be insignificant. Thus it was that, when he spotted the Walister's High Commander Luxurian in his territory, Alfred's heart leapt. Finally, this was his chance to do his duty for country and strike his mortal foe. However, his expectations were once again betrayed by the Viscount, who refused to allow any harm to come to the High Commander after she had been captured. Instead, he ordered her transported to Kretnai, where she might be brought to justice. While transporting High Commander Luxurian, Bolvard encountered Denam Pal. In the resulting confusion, he tried to kill both Resistance and High Commander, but was slain before he could accomplish either. But this is Ravness. It's a nice complex name, and I didn't want you to think it was a brand new character. Keeping her alive in Balmamusa, and again in the Reisan Way, are just the first parts of recruiting Ravness later. Let's resume our journey to Port Ashton. Enchantress, Archer, Buffgar.
Is this town the prize you've come for, Rebel? Best think again. Galgastan gives no quarter to an ogre who slays his own.
I don't think there's any dialogue in this one, so we will go ahead and cut Denam loose. Well, earlier I mentioned that he's using a cursed weapon. While most cursed weapons that you'll ever see gamers use is a cursed weapon that has absorbed someone's soul, the cursed weapon that Denam is equipped with is a blank slate. It has no souls in it, so it has no actual power. Because it's a blank slate, it also is weightless, meaning this is the lightest bow he can ever use. This is a two-handed bow, however. Yeah, sometimes the AI does stuff like that. If he's gonna cast a spell, he probably could have afforded to cast Thunder Flare and hit them.
May the light judge our enemies and embrace our fallen.
I feel like they're having me kill a lot of priests in this law playthrough.
Very well, give the order. Tomorrow we attack with the dawn.
At once, Your Grace.
I beg you wait, my Duke. It's too soon.
Oh? Balmamusa is fallen, is it not? The plan proceeds apace.
But we still do not know whether Balbatos has divided his troops.
Even as we breathe, Denam takes Port Ashton. My plan unfolds as I have seen it. Why do you worry so? The gods of Valeria are with us, Leonar. You'll see.
I do not question our success, but surely there is no harm in awaiting word from Port Ashton. It is not only our lives that hang in the balance, but the destiny of the Walister race. Prudence demands caution.
So I am imprudent and reckless. You talk a perilous line, Leonar.
Your orders, sire?
You have them. Go and see that they are carried out.
As you command.
Please, your grace.
That's quite enough from you. Begone from my sight.
As you wish.
Alright, let's take a look at our latest Sybil Nadia Eganar, a Galgastani who served her clan in battle, studied and served at Vlaha Monastery in a mountain village near Port Ashton. She decided to serve in the army after the resumption of hostilities led to many casualties throughout Valeria, believing that to help those who suffered the most the wounds was the role given her by the gods. Nadia is a lauded singer of hymns, whose compassionate voice has brought comfort into the hearts of many. Even after leaving the monastery, Nadia always went outside at twilight to sing for their lives lost that day. For this, she became known as Nadia the Rebel. She was stationed in Ashton when the port came under attack by the resistance led by Denam cavalry. While she rose to the port's defense, it was in vain. She was brutally slain along with her comrades. That completes this leg of our journey on the law route. We have secured Port Ashton as per the great Duke Runway's wishes. What lies in wait next? Find out next time. Tran wins Tactics of the Reborn. And thank you for joining us on this journey together.